The following program is a work of fiction intended to educate and astonish the YouTube community. It has been carefully edited to conform to all YouTube guidelines, and any resemblance to any real contests, prizes, phone contacts, websites, or historical figures is purely coincidental.
Previously on Seattle Rock Today.
You're listening to your special hypnotic sound effect of becoming a new man, a great man, a media star to shake the very constellations of heaven. This has been the Swami talking. You will receive your bill in the mail.
Here we are, folks. Here we are. Welcome back to Seattle Rock Today. But we got something going. You can't believe it. Now, last week, you remember last week? You remember last week.
Yep.
You remember last week. I know you do.
Yep.
I remember we promised a prize. Now, did you want a Porsche? Or did you want a sweetheart? Or do you want a magnetic chess set? You know, something really cool? Or a beanbag bunny?
You know, a magnetic chess set would actually be pretty cool, Mr. Parker.
Oh, but beanbag bunny is even better. Let me tell you. So, our ratings have just gone through the roof. And why is that? It's not just because of Big Daddy. I had a little bit to do with it. It's not Big Daddy. It's the fact that people, no matter where they are, but particularly here in Seattle, they have gold lust. We said we were going to give the winner of the contest a gold nugget. But you heard what happened. Didn't you all hear what happened? Why? What happened was just beyond belief. It was beyond comprehension. Because we had 62 responses that came in exactly the same time. Now the chances of that happening is like a meteorite landing right here on my lap. Well, that's not going to happen. I hope not. But, so the chances are pretty small. But Dusty and the gang and Gare, you know, they got it figured out. They got it figured out. So we have a solution. We have a solution that's going to blow your mind. But I'm going to let Gare tell you about it.
Well, we'll get to that solution. Why don't we go over the question, the prize question, and the answer for them.
Oh, right. Well, what was the question?
You don't remember, Mr. Parker?
I don't remember the question. That was like last week.
Oh, we wanted the because they're watching the hottest show on YouTube. I'm Carlos now.
I'm Carlos now. I'm quite familiar with it.
Well,
yeah.
there was an advertisement for a gold-seeking device that could distinguish gold from fake gold. And it was called the AG Scrutinizer, and there was an actor, one of the actors from the show, did that commercial, and that was which actor did it. And you can tell the audience, give the answer now though. We know at least 62 people.
I believe so. Thank you, Gare. You know, sometimes I feel like my producer is my external memory. Do you, any of my fans, any of you periwinkles, do you have an external memory? Do you?
Gotta have one.
It's really handy.
Yep.
It's really handy because you can't remember everything. If you remember everything, you just go crazy, right? Right, you spelunkers? Right, you periwinkles? You perpendiculars. You perpendiculars. Well, so did we get that? We got the answer.
Yeah, we got the clip. Anytime you
And we got the clip.
Cue it up there, Mr. Parker. We got it rolling. Eileen's got it cooked up.
Well, the people are waiting. Sorry, folks, but I forgot, and my memory banks are a little frazzled right now. But hey, let's roll it to the scrutinizer. Gary, roll.
Hello viewers, I'm Paul Flum, and I'm here with a special product announcement, introducing the AG Scrutinizer, Gold Scrutinizer. We have the same gold rocks that you saw in Season 2 of I'm Carlos Now, but there's a catch. Some are real, and some are fake. And with the AG Scrutinizer, you'll be able to distinguish if you've got a real or if you got a fake. You put in a secret combination, run it over, and when you, there we go. We got one. Spread them out a little bit. See that? We got two. If I can find a. I thought I had a third one here. Oh, this one here. Yep. The small one. That's gold, folks. That is gold. 3 pieces. 3 pieces of gold. The rest, Fugazi. Don't need them. So, if you want to find real gold, the AG Scrutinizer from Paul Flum, formerly of the Roddenberry 9.
Don't get caught out of the gold. Check out our website at agscrutinizer.com or call direct to purchase 1-800-999-9999. Get the gold. Don't get left out in the cold.
That is pretty funny, I gotta admit.
That's one of the funniest commercials I've ever seen. I have to say, it's a fake commercial about telling fake gold from real gold, but it's all fake.
Right.
Isn't it, Gary? Or maybe not.
Well, you know, a lot of people that watching I'm Carlos Now, and they watched that commercial, and they called in, just like they called into our show, and that was the whole problem, Mr. Parker, is that we had so many people, 62 people you called in, they knocked our phone servers down, and when we was able to get the IT guys to upload everything, we couldn't figure out who called in first, so they want us to give everybody a prize, and this is where Paul Flum is going to help us, our big guest tonight.
Flum is going to help us.
Yeah.
Well, I bet there's 62 people who don't know who they are, who are really pissed that they're not going to win because their 61 are going to be losers, right?
Well, we'll see, Mr. Parker, but
I mean, that's going to be sort of, you know, pins and needles for a little bit here. But stay tuned to Big Daddy. I think there may be some kind of a secret solution.
you know, the secret solution might be revealed in the song title of Mr. Flum's band's video, the uniform. You got that there, Mr. Parker?
Oh, I think I do, maybe. Let me see here. What is that title here? It, needless to say? No. What is the title?
I think you got it right there, Mr. Parker.
Well, pleasured them all.
Needless to say, I pleasure them all.
Is
Buy
that-
the uniform, Mr. Parker.
Is that the one?
That's the one. Let's cue it up.
Okay. Roll it. Let's see what we got. Welcome back. And I got a great guest for all of you. All you mountebanks, all you penny whistles. I'm telling you, this is a very important moment for Seattle Rock today. Because in the music business, you got stars, you got fans, you got people that everybody knows about everything, but there are very, very few legends that the people inside the business follow and understand that these are the guys who are really making the sounds. It's not the hit list, it's the guys who are creating the sounds. And I'm so proud to have with us today, Seattle Rock Today, Paul Flum. Welcome, Paul.
Well, with that intro, can I go? I can't get any better than that.
Well,
It's
I
probably
mean,
good-
you
not-
have influenced a generation, not just punk, rock,
appreciate that.
experimental. I mean, you are a legend. Nobody hardly knows you. That's why it's so fantastic. But why did you come all the way out to Seattle? You got a gig going?
Well, I do have a gig going, but one of the other reasons I came out is all this commotion you had on that show a few weeks ago when you brought that clown Craig, what's his name, out here. That stick in the mud who was ruining your show.
Right. And then a certain number of people that we won't mention blew up his van.
Burned down his tour van.
Oh, the tour bus.
Yeah, burned the tour bus down.
Hey,
Now that's
I
fine.
remember you. I remember you.
The only problem is a lot of the rockers were a little nervous about coming on the show, fearing, if they didn't perform well, they might have their tour bus came down. And so Gary called me and said, hey, we need a rock
we're
star.
so happy. I mean, you are, you're like, for your people, you're like a Townes Van Zandt. You're that big.
Well,
You're that big.
I have a solution to your gold problem, but beyond that, I have to give a special. It's like a PSA. I'm going to look right into this camera here. I'm going to look right in this camera here.
Okay, you do that.
To the people of Seattle, you have it better than any other rock and roll community in the world because of Jackson Parker. What he brings to you with his musical program is the most authentic, original content anywhere in the country. And I've been into a lot of these rock and roll shows, and I get a lot of stiffs out there. But you have a legend here in your community. And as a four-stringer myself, I would say in the Hall of Fame of rock VJs, Jackson Parker is sort of like the Carol Kay in the Wrecking Crew of four-stringers. That's the Mount Rushmore.
Wow, Paul.
Yeah. That's high praise for a bass player.
I'm shocked. But thank you very much. Thank you very much. But
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. It's really great to have you here because we had a few shows now. Perhaps you heard that recently, because of all the popularity on the internet, that we have been taking scenes out of that TV show, I'm Carlos Now. It's pretty strange and experimental, but there's a lot of rock music in it. And we're getting incredible ratings, incredible responses. But I just heard that you might have had something to do with it.
Well, your solution is present. As you know, as producer of I'm Carlos Now.
That's right.
With
You're
my
one of the producers.
good friend Lawrence Johns. We co-produced the show. Lawrence
Okay.
Johns and
Okay.
myself.
All right.
And
all right.
we just happen to have more than enough gold rocks for all 62 of you.
Oh, so there's
all 62.
no losers on Seattle
No
Rock
losers,
today.
all winners.
All
Seattle
winners.
Rock today. All you naysayers out there who said we were going to go bankrupt because we didn't have the gold. The gold con again. We conned you. And congratulations to the 62 asymptotes and periwinkles.
Perpendiculars. The perpendiculars
Yes.
are here today. I can see them. They're right behind the camera. They're all looking at us and going like, "Whew, I'm glad I tuned in today because I'm telling you, I kind of heard rumors and felt shadows of this Paul Flum, but here he is in the flesh.
And I got some new music I want to talk about.
Oh, you do? And look at that regalia you got.
Oh
on.
yeah, the
Talk about your regalia set.
it's kind of old regalia that only a regaled individual like one could perform with, but who knows,
Okay, well, it's very unusual, I have to say. It's almost like you've been
signature,
yeah,
a fragment of myself.
I mean, I've never seen anything like that before, I have to say, and there's been a lot of regalia out there in the rock
Have to have
world.
it because there's no other way. I know no other way than to have it. It's a fragment of my life, so I have to do it.
There you go. Well, fragment, it's. I mean, it's not bling. It's like,
Plain?
it's ancient.
Yeah.
It's ancient
It's like
artifacts.
Czar's nails almost.
The Czar's nails.
Almost, yeah.
How many of you out there have been listening? Are you putting the pieces together?
Where the Czar's nails come from?
He's the producer of the show.
Yeah, true.
Okay, I almost feel like another contest coming if we had any more
could
gold.
very well. But Jackson,
Yeah.
I have some music, and that
Oh.
actually, hey Gary,
Yeah, Paul Flum. Yeah, what's going on?
did my guys get that video to you?
Yeah, Anchor Bay Suicide by the Wallalosphere.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
You got it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna run the video?
Yeah, it's this new little group we put together, and that's.
Oh, okay. The Wallalosphere.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the title is Anchor Bay Suicide. Is that it?
It's a great new song. It's a live version of a song.
Anchor Bay Suicide.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and it's the
Enjoy
premiere.
Seattle.
Seattle Rock Today premiere. Anchor Bay Suicide.
Mr. Soundman, at this time we'd like to request track 1 on the CD.
Whoa! Hey, Flum, that was quite a gem.
Yeah.
That must have been. It looked like it was fun to make, and I've never seen it before. Is this the first time you've actually published it or shown it around?
Yeah, it's
Kind of a home movie.
Those players are guys who, if we had the time to be together longer, we could be huge. But
Yeah.
we're being pulled apart by other bands and don't have an opportunity to build upon that project.
Right.
So it's kind of a runner that's hot right now, but who knows if it'll last. And also getting Dennis Johnson, to meet him in a bar down in Santa Fe after a reading, and for him to say, go for it, and he's honored that I would try expanding on parts of his book and write
Right.
music about it, was very inspiring. And actually,
That's great. That may have been, wow, that's, just, down in the South, we like to tell a lot of stories. And those stories, sometimes they end up in film or music, and that's great, because it's all about telling stories, I think. You tell it in music, you tell it in film, it's the human story. It's just fabulous. So, and Dennis Johnson, I mean, he's one of the greats.
yeah, Jesus' Son is the one that gets on the tip of everybody's tongue.
Yeah.
But then a little bit later, I met up with Lawrence Johns,
Oh,
very talented
Okay.
writer from the West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah, and
Different style, maybe.
oh yeah, different style.
Uh-huh.
And so once again, I was inspired to dig into his material, and he said, "Take a swing at it." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
And kind of do an interpretation. You take poetry, you turn it into music, you turn it into adventure games, you turn it into music videos, you turn it into artwork,
Well,
paintings.
I think that's great. I mean, if the story's good, you can manipulate it and put it in different formats, and it still stays good.
It's like Play-Doh. It's idea within chaos.
Ah, yes, I like that.
You got a strong idea, you can surround it with whatever type of showy slapstick you want to do. Or
Cool.
Some people call it corny, some people call it genius.
I've got a little personal question,
Sure.
Thumb, if I may.
Sure.
Now that you're here, so I've been thinking about this for a long time, but how did you get roped into playing Mr. Green in the whole series? I mean,
Well,
it's so incongruous.
yeah, having to put that clothing on, putting on the
Gumshoe. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's like Chinatown, without the glitz.
Well, I had to put on the fleece vest and the Adidas shorts and the
Notepad.
the little notepad and a little car, which I still have, by the way. I wouldn't go anywhere without my car, even when I want to eat it.
Oh.
But in any event,
That car's
famous car. But so Lawrence was saying that we needed a character to sort of move it along, because we had Carlos the Jackal, and then we had Arthur Matheson,
He's
Frank
Carlos is out
Lendover,
there, yeah.
and Texas Red, and we had all the big players. But we needed a guy who was sort of representing the viewer, the common man, trying to figure this out. And we needed a gumshoe, a detective.
A detective trying to figure it out. Right. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like you were elected.
I was elected. I was just gonna turn on the lights and run the audio and run the video and go behind the scenes and put this thing together. But then Lawrence said, "We need you in front of the screen to be the gumshoe." And I'm like, "Okay."
And then,
You
and not
say
only
so.
that, but then you also were directing yourself when you were doing it.
Yeah. I think Gary
Yeah,
he's got that
From the pilot episode,
the one
right?
where he's like mounted the camera in his car and he's trying to figure out the films.
That's famous.
Yeah.
That's famous.
He had watched the Red Dream. And,
Right. No, that's famous.
Yeah.
And the there's several of those gumshoe things. The dream sequence, the football game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
But here he's kind as a kind gumshoe, trying to figure things out.
Okay.
You could see him struggling.
Was that when he's throwing the
together.
pennies out? No.
No.
That's a different
That's
one.
a different one. This is where he just watched the films
Right. Okay, I remember that. Okay. All right. Well,
Go with it.
roll it.
Yeah, it's out.
Jared,
I'm Carlos
Jared,
now.
go for
Pilot
it.
episode, The Gumshoe, sees the films.
I don't know, Blue. Not cool, not cool. That's the latest in films. They need to get rid of the Academy Awards altogether. There are paintings of names. Picasso, Hamlet, Nietzsche. Not cool. No idea where this cat's gonna be. Watch the films, he says, for clues. There aren't any people in the films. No POIs or nothing. Just a bunch of blurry images. Colors and so forth. And long-winded credits with Hamlet and Nietzsche, Banksy, Star Points, Lascaux, the cave painters of Lascaux. Oh, great. Sorry, I can't think in traffic. Lolita? Lolita. Got me, Blue. You got me on this one. I'm not getting it, and I can't think in traffic. Middle of nowhere, I'm in traffic. I can't think in traffic. Lolita, Nietzsche, Banksy, the Black Madonna. The Black Madonna. The Black Madonna. Just drawing a blank. You got me, Blue, you got me.
Well, I think that's an interesting clip, Flum, because, well, you're the producer, you're the director, you're the actor, and you're also playing like the viewer who's watching it, who's trying to figure out what's going on.
Correct.
Nobody can figure out what's going on with I'm Carlos now, not even the producer,
Not even myself.
not even yourself.
I figured it out when I was all done. But whoever figures out life,
Yeah, life is.
how are you supposed to figure out life?
It's beneath comprehension, I would say. Back in Atlanta, this old man used to say, "It's not even superficial." It's just beyond.
And he's watching these films. We eventually see clips of the films, which are these Texas Reds paintings, and these are your classics of culture, art, literature.
Oh yeah.
The cave painters he mentions, the Black Madonna
Right.
of Czestochowa, I believe, and
Right.
the 5 Point. That's not even there in New York anymore. is
So
it? They knocked it
so
down.
not only were you the gumshoe, but then then you got roped into being number 7 too.
Well, that's season 2. So season 1, which is first will,
Yeah.
of course. But we knew that from Beyond Exile, which you can find out.
The fans.
Lawrence Johns can tell you all about that. I think he'll come on the show in the future. We
Lawrence
hope.
Johns is coming on?
Well, I've been wanting him to come on.
Oh, okay. Well.
Help out. We'll see if he does.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
But so the season 2 was second will, which is very tough, a regression. And so Mr. Green, fun-loving Mr. Green, is no longer around, and he's been taken over by this dark,
very subdued,
Second will.
minimalist.
Second will, yeah.
Second will character. Darkness.
So he becomes an occultist. Kind
Well,
of.
he becomes buddy with Carlos the Jackal
Right.
and his Crowleyan tendencies, shall we say?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it's a strange. There's a lot of strange things, but it sounds like you guys had a barrel of monkeys doing it.
Yeah, and I had a lot of dreams, and as number 7 on the show, and sometimes, when he has a moment, you get to get underneath this dark character, and he talks about a dream he has, and it's like, wow, he's real. He's real. He has dreams just like everybody else. He's not this dark mastermind.
Even evildoers have dreams. Everybody has dreams. Yeah. Well, you got a cop. Gary, do we have a?
Oh yeah. It's the football dream in season 2.
Oh, it's coming up. Oh, okay. Cool. Let's dream on. Let's dream on.
Thank you very much for calling Ilyich. We are not home at the present time. Please leave your connecting phone numbers and we'll be happy to return your call. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Carlos. This is number 7 calling. I'm not going to be able to do the rendezvous with the Roddenberry Knight today. If you get this message. While I got you, I wanted to tell you about this dream I had last night. So I was playing pro football, but like I am now, at my age now, and I made a pro football team. Made the practice squad, and you could probably figure out which team I was playing for. And it was opening night, and my position was tight end, which was strange, being 5'11 and a half, 185 pound, undersized tight end, but it was opening night, and over the weekend, this is Monday Night Football, over on the weekend, 2 of our tight ends pulled up with injuries. So I got promoted from the practice squad to the 53-man roster. And then just before kickoff, I got promoted to the active roster. So I was active for the game, and this was on Monday night. And we were playing Houston, because they had the antler things in their helmet. It's like the horns, the flag, the American flag on the flag horns, the Houston flag horns, I think is what they were called. Anyway, and I got into the game. I only made the team, because I was amazing in interviews, bullshitted my way through it all, and I was really good on the whiteboard, and they never actually had me run a 40, so they didn't know how I actually could play, and I knew if I actually did get into a game, I'd be horrible, but there it was. We get into the game, and it's third quarter, we're down by a couple points, and it's 4th and 1, we're down on the goal line, and they substitute me in for my first play of the game. And I remember the play. It was X cross Y flip boner 81 with a crunch pull. The crunch pull's your protection. I'm the Y, inline, tight end. And flip boner means I flip left, quarterback, student body right type thing. Okay. So the snap, quarterback takes the snap, rolls right, fakes the pitch to running back, trails right, throws left to me. And who thinks to cover, 50-ish, 5'11 and a half, 185 pound tight end, right? So I'm wide open. I catch the touchdown. We catch the touchdown. We get the lead. I'm off the field. That was my only play of the game. We hold on. We get the win. It happened so fast. My only play. And then the weirdest part of the dream is on the way home, I head home to a house I used to live in one city, but now this house is in a different city. And I have 10 roommates in this house. And I'm excited to get home to watch the highlight show. Because, the play happened so fast, I didn't even get to feel, I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the highlight. I wanted to see me on TV. So I'm excited to get home, and the big house is all buzzing. I get in the first room, and there's 3 of the roommates are in that first room, and I said, hey, I made the football team. And they're like, nah, come on, man. No, I did. I got promoted to the active roster, and I got in the game. I got to play, and they're like, oh, man, come on, we don't believe you. We'll put the highlight show on. It's about to come on in a few minutes. Just put the highlight show on. And they're like, we're watching Kojak, man. We're watching Kojak. So that's all right. So I move into the next room. It's a big Victorian house. It's got, 8 bedrooms, 3 stories. I go into the second room. There's a couple in there, and they're making out. And, they're well past third base at this point. And, they're watching porn. And I'm like, forget this. This is not gonna work. So then I go into the third room, and there's like 4 people in there, and just hanging out, talking. The TV's off. The TV's off, and I'm thinking, oh, this is great. So I'm like, hey, turn the TV on. The highlight shows come on. I got in the game tonight, and I scored a touchdown, and we won. And they're like, come on, man. And I'm like, it's the same thing as the first one. The first room, they're like, they don't believe me. And I'm like, yeah, just turn it on, you'll see. And we argue and go back and forth and all this stuff, and I just want to see the play. I just want to see my play. I scored a touchdown. And they're like, no. And then eventually, I just grabbed the remote. We turned the TV set on. And by the time we get on the highlight show, it's almost over. And they've already moved on to another topic. They're talking about like place kickers, pregame rituals, stuff like that. Let's forget it. Just forget it. And then they said, well, if you made the football team and you scored a touchdown, you'll probably play next week. And I said, you're probably right. And they said, well, we'll just tune in and watch you next week when it's live. And I said, yeah, because it's only real if you can see it on TV, right? Yeah, it's only real if you can see it on TV. And then they asked, so where is the game next week? And I said, next week we're on to Cincinnati. And then I woke up. Oh, Carlos, call me if you get this message. Thank you.
Darkness, folks. I'm telling you, darkness in a dream. But sometimes, it was kind of hard to play that character.
Evil is a tough role.
So I looked into popular culture for an evil reference, and I found some connections. Me originating from the, Baltimore metro area, I had to go back to a voice who was associated with Baltimore, the Baltimore Colts, in the 1970s, worked on Ted Marchibroda's staff, and a little bit later on, he became a very successful head coach, won a lot of games. And,
I think I know who you're talking about.
yeah, we're on to Cincinnati. So that's sort of how I got it transitioned to that voice. It was tricky to going from the upbeat Mr. Green to this dark, dour character.
Well, the most menacing thing about the Belichick voice is that he's not menacing.
He's not menacing at all. Not menacing at all. Just a subterfuge.
Right.
Subterfuge. Hiding in plain sight. Something that we're very fond of.
He'll say stuff very like, well, we just have to block better.
He'll kick all the popular questions, and someone will ask him about long snappers. Then he'll go on a 20-minute discussion about how long snappers became a specialized position group and waste 20 minutes of the press conference, and they'll be out of time. They can't answer.
And say, I'm sorry, no more questions.
It's kind of like a sports filibuster. Brilliant man. But so the Baltimore, I believe, Anne Arundel County, if you're watching out there, Arundel High, or he's got his Maryland roots, Mr. B, big fan of his. Which leads us into season 3, and I had to get rid of him too.
Right.
The gumshoe was gone.
I mean, it seems like every time there's a new Will, there's a new cast of characters.
Third season,
Yeah.
third Will.
Third Will.
And in this particular one, we had a bunch of different characters because, well, what is third Will? We shouldn't spoil.
Well, we'll save that for the audience.
We'll save that for the audience, yeah.
We can't give them everything.
Right. But I had some music that fit perfectly that I had done many years ago, and a song called "What They Want," which is the Bukowski poem from "Love Is a Dog from Hell."
Right.
And "More Blood." More blood is what he would scream at readings.
Sure.
Reasons why.
That's what they want.
That's what they want. This is what drove Hemingway to his demise. Just trying to meet the public demand, driving people nuts. And we turned it into a 2-part episode. Lawrence Johns and I had a long talk about this. We said, let's do What They Want and What They Need, which is kind of an homage to the Stones, really.
Okay.
Going back to that classic, anthem of the 1960s. Can't always get what you want.
Can't get what you need either.
You can't really. We tried, though.
Not really.
We tried. This is pretty dark, but...
Okay, okay.
We should run it.
Gary? Let's go. Run it.
Charles Bukowski, What They Want. Here we go, What They Want.
Vallejo, writing about loneliness while starving to death. Van Gogh's ear, rejected by a whore. Rimbaud running off to Africa to look for gold and finding an incurable case of syphilis. Beethoven gone deaf. Pound dragged through the streets in a cage. shattered and taken rat poison. Hemingway's brains dropping into the orange juice. Pascal cutting his wrists in the bathtub. Our Todd locked up with the mad. Dostoevsky stood up against the wall. Crane jumping into a boat propeller. Lorca shot in the road by Spanish troops. Ferryman jumping off a bridge. Burroughs shooting his wife. Mailer knifing his. That's what they want. 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 A goddamn show. A lit billboard in the middle of hell. That's what they want. That bunch of dull, inarticulate, safe, dreary admirers of carnivals.
Welcome back, Spelunkers. You know, we, Seattle Rock today, are a very privileged position because of you. Because you are fans, yes. You're an audience, yes. But you're reasonable. You're not bloodthirsty like most fans. Because what it is that, like you just saw, is that there's something about being a fan. People become fans because they don't have a life. And they live through their heroes, but really what they want to do is kill their heroes.
More blood.
More blood.
More blood.
So they won't have a life, or they have to find another hero, another celebrity. But you're not like that. I know you're not like that. That's why you and me, we go back a long way, we continue a long way, and we're cordial. We're cordial. We got Southern manners here, Big Daddy. We got Southern manners.
Absolutely. Southern
Right.
gentlemen.
That's it. It's all about, you know, it's all about just doing the right thing, thinking the right thing, and saying the right thing. But hey,
It's been a great show.
I've got, it's not over yet, because I got a little something for you.
What?
Gare, you got that? Hey, Gare, remember what we were talking about?
Oh yeah.
Gare. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the uniform demo. Yep.
We got a little surprise for you. Me and Dusty, we found a secret source of a bootleg video when you were in a band called, let me see, called Uniform. A band called Uniform, and the video It's called Main Street Physics.
Oh, this is
Main
early.
Street Physics.
Oh my God, you can't go. This is early.
This is going to play. He hasn't seen it for years, I'm sure. And here it is on Seattle Rock today. Main Street Physical.
Close.
Felt good to twist, it felt good to turn, it felt so good laying there where all alone. I felt you breathe, I felt you squirm, I felt her heart standing there under me. Lay it under me, lay it under me. Lay it under me, lay it under me. Lay it under me, lay it under. Lay it under me. Saw us on a bridge, the Japanese footbridge, turning softly on your soul, whispering in. Felt those needs, the needs control things, grabbing firmly on your dress, and your response was clinging on to me. Clinging on to me, clinging on to me.
Well, what do you think of that, huh? A blast from the past. My goodness.
Where did you find
You haven't changed today. You haven't changed today, I tell you. I mean, that's the nitty gritty of the,
Great time of those guys back then. Just getting
uniform.
started. Yeah, just getting started. There was like 11 people at that
You know,
show.
we have, what was it? It's not Back in Black. What is the name of that uniform album? We have it in
Black and Vein.
Black in Vain. That's right.
Now.
It's
Record and tape traders.
I think it was right around the time that you were going to be on the John Peel show, and things were jumping, and
Another time, another place.
Yeah, that's right. But I tell you, Black and Vein is hot, hot, hot. but this is right in the. Oh, well, that's okay. Well, we got you. We got you, Flum.
You
We
hit
got
me,
you.
you hit me with a surprise.
Yeah.
I think, I wasn't going to do this. Let me think. Hold on. Let me think about this.
You thinking?
Seattle. Should I mess with them a little bit?
Don't do it.
Seattle?
No.
Seattle?
Don't do it.
Seattle?
No.
What do you think, Seattle? What do you think?
No. Don't do it. Whatever it is, don't do it. Don't do it.
I was going to wait till after the show.
Okay.
But I got a couple announcements to make.
Okay.
First announcement is.
The floor is yours.
To all your viewers here at KRAG 93.93 FM.
FM.
You're looking at a new minority holder in the business. I bought a very, very small share in the company from Dusty Sterling. And just to kind of get my feet wet in the business. And
well, welcome aboard.
so you don't have to worry about KRAG, which I think is, one of the best rock shows in America.
My goodness, I mean, just everything is coming together. It's, so you're going to be on the board and everything.
On the board.
Wow.
Mick and Maury, I've been working with these guys trying
Mick
to
and Maury. I haven't thought about Mick and Maury for a long time, man. Those bastards.
you would be amazed how they can, on the when Dusty's around. I'll just say that.
Okay.
But there's in part of this conversation with Dusty and buying into the business.
Yeah.
I talked to her and I got a very nice little chateau, vacation chateau, little island off of Corsica. And
Corsica.
I told Dusty she's welcome to take a little vacation there.
I see.
And I believe, what time is it? I think we're running a little bit late. I think.
Should I get this?
Get it, Gary.
Should I get this? Oh, all right. Hello, Dusty.
Oh, I gotta get this.
What?
He's here. He's here. Hold on.
Well, okay.
Here,
Well,
here you
okay.
go.
Gary, yeah. Oh, hey. No, he'll do it. He really will do it. Trust me on this. Okay. All right. No. It's Dusty. She wants to talk to you.
Oh. It's me, Jackson. Yeah. Well, no, he's been a great guest. He's been a great guest. Yeah. Really?
Oh, I think she wants you to come along, Mr. Parker.
Well,
It's Dusty.
Dusty, I might have to look at my calendar.
Calendar?
They got a lot of stuff going on. Really, I got a lot of stuff going on. I got a recording date and.
You gotta go for it. Mr. Parker.
I see. Weather's probably pretty good. I don't know. Can I bring my harmonica? Okay. Well,
You can't come back here. You gotta finish the show. You can't leave Paul Flynn back out there all by himself. Come on, Mr. Parker.
Well, folks, I think. Hey, Gary, can you do an intro here?
Yeah,
and get us out of
I'm
this
sorry,
for me,
Mr.
please?
Flom. We'll get you out of here. Thanks for coming along. And oh my goodness, it looks like It looks like Mr. Parker is going to be on vacation for a little bit. So that's the end of the show.
Rock hard, rock free.
Rock hard, rock free. Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Flom. KRAG 93.93 FM, Seattle Rock Today. We're looking at you.